He was young, successful, engaged to be married, seemingly healthy, which is why the death of Edward Aschoff came as such a shock. But we're now learning he didn't actually die of pneumonia, but an underlying issue. Medical expert Deepa Verma breaks it down for us.
When you're looking at it at face value or on the surface, it is pretty shocking.
Shocking and scary. ESPN reporter Edward Aschoff was only just 34 years old when he got pneumonia, something a healthy man of his age should be able to tackle.
So usually any type of illness, if it occurs in healthy people with a good immune system, you can usually overcome.
But Aschoff never made it out of the hospital. In a series of tweets, his fiancée says Aschoff was admitted to the hospital 1 week after his first visit, which was in early December. His initial diagnosis, bilateral pneumonia, treated with antibiotics. But the antibiotics failed, and that's when doctors realized Aschoff was fighting more than just pneumonia.
And when he got the pneumonia, which he typically should have recovered from, it set off the HLH, and that became active.
Spectrum Bay News 9 medical expert Dr. Deepa Verma explains 1 out of 50,000 babies are born with hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis, also known as HLH. But for others, it is diagnosed later in life and is usually triggered by another illness. She says it's almost always fatal.
And what happens is those histiocytes and those lymphocytes, which are basically the cells that monitor infections, are like a little soldiers or the army of your immune system. They become overactive and they release too many cytokines, which are basically the soldiers in your immune system. And instead of attacking the infected cells, which would be the viruses or bacteria or fungi, it attacks your own body cells.
Dr. Verma says diagnosing HLH is difficult because it requires in-depth testing, but it's also extremely rare. To keep yourself safe and healthy during the winter months, she says the best thing to do is wash your hands frequently, cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze, and talk with your doctor about ways to boost your immune system. In the newsroom, I'm Ashley Paul, Spectrum Bay News 9.